Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Al Qaisi. I'm a physics graduate here from Jordan, and I studied physics at Al Balqa Applied University, my bachelor's degree. And today I wanted to talk about, I'm very excited actually to talk about interdisciplinary sciences. So I will approach this interdisciplinary sciences concept from an experience of my own. This experience was studying biophysics. So I was interested mainly in theoretical physics, and I like to do my graduation project in more experimental field, in more applied field. As we know, theoretical physics is only concerned about theory and the fundamental rules of the universe. So, from my early of my career, I knew that physics was branched, of course. There was branches of physics related to energy. There was branches related to medicine. There were branches related to materials and engineering and so forth. So I started to look in the journals and the papers, articles about new ideas, new fields of physics to do my graduation project on, whether theoretically or experimentally, if we can do it. So I confronted biophysics, and biophysics was a new concept to me. I didn't heard about it. I didn't hear about it. So I started searching what this biophysics mean, and of course, eventually I knew that it was an interdisciplinary branch that combines the methods and the principles of physics and apply them to biology and biological systems to understand and to explain the biological systems properties, let's say, and to let us predict quantitatively about their properties. So this idea was fascinating, really. I never liked, I can't say I never liked biology, but I never liked it as an academic discipline. I always was biased to physics, really. I didn't appreciate the science of chemistry and biology until I knew biophysics. So I thought it was a very special field. I thought I should go into it and study it. I searched a lot of fields, so I chose biophysics because it was a new field and I liked adventures. So I began this adventure. So I knew that it was a new field. So there is no biophysics institute in our in Jordan, or really in our Arabic world. There is no strong um, biophysics institute. So I had to study on my own. So as a regular student, I opened the YouTube and I searched for the best course that I should study in my biophysics and the graduate level, and I started to study it. I studied two lectures, then I stopped. Why did I stop? Because I didn't learn, or I didn't understand anything at all. The last time I studied biology was in my high school. So the first two lectures was about the central dogma of the molecular biology, DNA, RNA, chromosomes, proteins, and so forth. I didn't understand anything, so I stopped for a month, and then I said to myself that I should go and try again. So I did something else this time. I went to the medical analysis department, and I knew a professor there, a virology professor, which is the science that study viruses. And I consulted him, I took his advice on studying biophysics, and he encouraged me. He said that you should go for it. It's a new field, it's an exciting field. So I asked for help from the student, the faculty students or the department students, and there was one or two that was interested in studying biophysics also. So we studied biophysics. I took the physics part. They explained the biology part. I understand or I understood the molecular biology parts, and I did my physics part. So in that method, we finished a whole course, a whole lectures. Then I tried to do an experiment or experimental research, but unfortunately there was no the resources the was limited. So I learned a few techniques. I had to learn in order to understand them. I had to learn like techniques like PCR, gel electrophoresis, DNA extraction. Then I had to learn some biochemistry, and I was also revealed to biotechnology. So biotechnology was very interesting field. It's one of the most interesting field I have seen in my life, and really it combines between biology, molecular biology, biochemistry, and some methods of physics also. So really, when I uh, was introduced to biotechnology, I knew the importance of physics in the biological sciences. Then I studied bioinformatics on my own, and eventually I did my graduation project in biophysics. It was actually in optics, in biophysical application, about fluorescence or about fluorescence microscopy, the physics principles of fluorescence microscopy. So I combined my love for the theoretical physics and for the biophysics. So it was titled Theoretical Studies of the Physics Principles of Fluorescence Microscopy. It was a review article, and I hope I can publish it soon in a good journal. So this is the first part. Now I have a Facebook page about biophysics. I try to spread knowledge about biophysics in Arabic language because this kind of interdisciplinary research is leading the leading the research today. Really, it's solving the most important problem in biological world. Let's say disciplines like biophysics, biochemistry. The other thing I wanted to talk about quickly is the advantages that studying interdisciplinary fields give you. Any interdisciplinary fields, the interdisciplinary fields, the idea is to combine methods and ideas from two disciplines like mathematics and computer science, like biology and chemistry, any two disciplines, and use them to solve real world problem, research problem. So the most important advantage, in my opinion, that I gained from this experience was to learn how to think like the other people. So I'm a physicist by training, by academic discipline. I I think like a physicist, and I also think like a mathematician because physics can think of like both. But when I studied biophysics, when I really studied biophysics, learned some biochemistry, some molecular biology, some bioinformatics. This was the three main topics that I confronted. I learned to think like a biologist. So now I can think like a biologist. I understand what's the meanings, what's the goal behind the research, what the purpose is. And I also think like a physicist. So you gain this mental uh, state or mental ability to think like most disciplines, and that, in my opinion, give you a great advantage. It opens you a lot, or opens you a wide world of research. You can confront any research in biology, like in cell biology, in neuroscience, in molecular biology, in any field, even if you don't understand the most detail, but you understand the idea, you understand the goal of where biology is headed. So if you ask me about chemistry, or you ask me about discipline in engineering, I would not I would not be able to explain to you what's the goal because I didn't study it. I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the experience. So I hope to encourage you to study interdisciplinary fields, whether it's biophysics or biochemistry or biomathematics or nuclear engineering or whatever. It's very exciting branches of science. It's new. It's leading the research today, and it's very exciting to collaborate between disciplines and to learn from the other sciences. It's open your mind, open your mentality. So thank you very much. I hope to see you scientists of the future.